Hello and welcome to our introduction to using Gherkin for testing in REDCap. Whether you're a REDCap administrator or a clinical researcher, this session will guide you through writing your REDCap tests in Gherkin, a language that allows you to ensure REDCap is functioning as expected for your given scenario. Let's begin with the basics. What exactly is Gherkin? Gherkin is a simple, plain text language designed to describe software behaviors in a way that everyone can understand. It's a cornerstone of behavior-driven development, or BDD, and it allows us to write tests that bridge the gap between technical and non-technical team members. The beauty of Gherkin lies in its simplicity. The language uses a given-when-then structure to describe the initial state, the action being performed, and the expected outcome. For example, given the user is on the login page, when they enter valid credentials, then they should be redirected to the dashboard. This structure is intuitive and easy to follow. It's written in plain English, so there's no need for deep programming knowledge to create or understand these tests. Everyone, from project managers to developers, can contribute, making Gherkin a powerful tool for collaborative testing. So why use Gherkin specifically for REDCap? As you know, REDCap is a flexible, powerful platform used across the globe for research data management. But with that power comes complexity, and ensuring that your REDCap instance works perfectly is crucial, especially when dealing with regulatory compliance. Gherkin allows us to write tests that ensure every feature in REDCap performs as expected. By automating these tests, we can quickly validate that everything from data entry forms to complex workflows operates correctly, even after updates or customizations. But there's more. By using Gherkin, you're not just automating tests. You're creating a transparent, collaborative process where your entire team can see and understand what's being tested, why it's important, and how it impacts the overall project. This is especially valuable when you need to demonstrate compliance with regulatory standards, such as the FDA's 21 CFR Part 11 or ICH guidelines. Let's talk about how Gherkin integrates with REDCap. The great thing about Gherkin is that it's tool agnostic. It can work with a variety of testing frameworks and environments. For REDCap, we often use Gherkin in conjunction with Cypress, a powerful testing framework that's particularly well suited for web applications. Here's how it works. You write your test scenarios in Gherkin using the given-when-then structure. These scenarios are then executed by Cypress, which interacts with your REDCap instance just like a user would, clicking buttons, entering data, and checking that everything behaves as expected. Cypress runs these tests in a virtual server environment, allowing you to mimic your specific REDCap setup. This means you can configure the test environment to match your production settings, including any external modules or plugins you might be using. The result? A robust automated testing process that gives you confidence in your REDCap instance's performance and compliance. Let's dive into writing your first Gherkin test. Don't worry, it's easier than you might think. We'll start with a simple example that checks the login functionality of a REDCap project. First, we define the scenario. Scenario, successful login with valid credentials. Next, we break it down using the given-when-then structure. Given I click on REDCap login, when I enter my username in the field labeled username, and I enter my password in the field labeled password, then I should see my projects. That's it. You've just written a Gherkin test. This test can now be run by Cypress to automatically verify that the login process works as expected. And the best part? You can write similar tests for virtually any feature in REDCap data entry forms, project settings, report generation, you name it. As you gain experience, you'll be able to create more complex scenarios that cover a wider range of functionality, ensuring that your REDCap instance is thoroughly tested and compliant with all necessary regulations. Writing your own Gherkin scenarios. Think through what you want to test. Start by considering the specific feature or behavior in REDCap that you want to validate. Walk through each, imagining the sequence of actions and expected outcomes. Check the step definition documentation. Once you have a rough idea of your scenario, visit the step definition documentation. This resource is crucial because it provides a list of predefined phrases you can use in your Gherkin scripts. These phrases correspond to specific actions in REDCap. For each step in your scenario, find the matching phrase in the documentation to ensure your script will work as intended. Manual versus automated testing. Manual testing. If you're conducting a manual test, simply follow the steps you've written in Gherkin on your REDCap instance. Perform each action as described and then check whether the outcome matches your expectations. Record whether each step passes or fails. Automated testing. If you're using an automated testing approach, you'll need to run your Gherkin scenarios in a virtual environment like Cypress. It's important to ensure that the REDCap version you're testing matches the version supported by the step definition documentation. This is because the available phrases and their functionality can differ between versions. Running your tests in a matching environment will help you get accurate results. Benefits of using Gherkin and automated testing. Using Gherkin and automated testing in REDCap offers several significant benefits. Saves time. Once your tests are written, they can be run repeatedly, allowing you to quickly identify any issues that arise after updates or changes to your REDCap instance. Improves collaboration. Gherkin tests are easy to understand and can be created by anyone on your team, not just developers. This means that all stakeholders can be involved in the testing process, making it easier to ensure that the project meets everyone's requirements. Enhances compliance. Automated tests provide a clear, auditable trail that demonstrates your REDCap instance has been thoroughly tested and is operating as expected. This is particularly important for meeting regulatory requirements, where thorough validation is a must. In conclusion, Gherkin is an incredibly powerful tool for testing and validating your REDCap projects. It simplifies the testing process, encourages collaboration, and helps ensure that your projects are compliant with the necessary regulations. I hope this guide has given you the confidence to start using Gherkin in your own REDCap projects. Remember, the key to successful testing is to start small, build your skills, and gradually expand your testing coverage. And with Gherkin, you'll have the tools you need to make sure your REDCap instance is always operating at its best. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Gherkin and REDCap. Happy testing, and I look forward to seeing how you use these tools to enhance your projects.